Hi friends and fellow earth angels, it's Gladys and welcome back to my pick a card reading. And today is going to be pick a card and it's going to be messages from your loved ones and the divine. So I have for you to choose from a heart rock, pennies, or feathers. These are typical signs that people see from loved ones. A lot of times people see heart stones or they see heart rocks, hearts in clouds, heart pictures, and they connect that with their loved ones. And then there's pennies from heaven. So that is a typical sign that people connect with their loved ones. And on a penny it says, "In God we trust." And then finally we have feathers. A lot of times people connect their loved ones with the angels above and their loved ones. I've also opened space with my candles representing divine love, divine wisdom, and divine power. It is believed that's all we really need in life is divine love, divine wisdom, and divine power. So I opened up sacred space for that. I am going to pick the cards, shuffle and pick the cards right in front of you. I think it's really cool to watch how the cards come out. If you're not interested in watching me shuffle and pick, I will put the timestamp on the first reading for the heart rock, and you can skip ahead and just watch your reading. So today, for today's cards, I have right here, I have Talking to Heaven by Doreen Virtue and James Van Praagh. And then I have the Angel Therapy cards, which will be what messages, what your loved ones want you to pay attention to. And then I have this and Angel Oracle of Angels, and this card will be what the angels or what your loved ones see that you're learning. And then this one is Angel Prayers Oracle cards, and this card will represent their prayer for you, or what your loved one's prayer is for you. Okay, so let me begin with picking messages from your loved ones. So let me open space by inviting in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator, and of course your loved ones for their messages for you. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good, and the best and highest good of all concerned. So we are going to pull a card for the heart rock first. Okay, so we're going to connect with loved ones and the people who chose the heart. What message have for them? Okay, so this will be first one. And the pennies. And the feathers. Hoping the feathers don't fly off the table. Whoa. Okay, there's two here. So, feathers. Oh. Told you. I've already done that once or twice. Okay, feathers. And then this deck. What do they want you to pay attention to for the heart rock? What do your loved ones want you to pay attention to? Those that chose the heart rock. And pennies. Whoop, that one flew off the table. Go get it. What do they want you to pay attention to? And feathers. Let's pull this one. Feathers. And what are you learning? What do your loved ones see that you're learning right now for the Heart Rock? Those that chose the Heart Rock. What do they see that you're learning right now? Loved ones, what are you learning? What do they see you learning right now? Let's pull this one. And for the pennies, those that chose the pennies, what does your loved ones feel like you're learning right now? Pull this one. And then the feathers. Whoa, it's so interesting. Okay, there's too many there. Let's see. Feathers, it keeps flying out of that. There we go. Again, 2 cards. Feathers. And finally, their prayer for you. Those that chose the Heart Rock. Okay. There's 2 cards here. And those that chose the pennies. Oh, that's too many. Those that chose the pennies. What are their messages? Let's see. Pull this one. And feathers. What? Whoa. There we go. This one. Okay, I hope you saw that. All right, let's see. Put these off here. So, all right, friends. And so, if you're skipped ahead, here we have your options. Those that chose the Heart Rock, those that chose the pennies, and those that chose the feathers. So we'll do the Heart Rock first. And we'll open up space. Okay, so message from your loved one. The first card is, I see all of your thoughts. And what they want you to pay attention to. Your sacral chakra. And the message is, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. Interesting. And what they see that you're learning right now, you're never alone. How beautiful. Oh, your loved ones want you to know that they're always with you. Beautiful. And then we have 2 cards for their prayer for you. So your loved one's prayer for you starts with, take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. And let's see, we can just move these right off. And then the final message, take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me step back from what's not serving me. Well, so make sure we get them all in here. So the messages I see. So I feel like with this card, your loved one wants you to know that they're there with you, that you're never alone, and that they see and connect with your thoughts. So your loved ones feel you. So when your energy radiates out in a prayer or a well wish or a blessing to call them in, they feel you. They know that they're there, that you're there, calling on them. And then also too, sometimes maybe you're out and about and you just randomly have a thought about your loved one. Maybe they just pop up in your mind, or maybe a memory comes up. Know that that's your loved one there with you. And I feel like they're showing me here with this card, if you've been feeling alone, if things have been overwhelming for you, I feel like they're coming in to say that they're aware of it. And so one of the things that they wanted you to pay attention was your sacral chakra. So your sacral chakra is right below your belly button. It's about 2 finger widths below your belly button. And the color of the sacral chakra is orange. Orange, and the sacral chakra represents joy and pleasure. It is where your energy or chi is stored. The Tao call it your dantian. And I feel like they're saying, if you haven't been feeling joyful, if you haven't been having any fun to play, they want you to pay attention to that. They want you to pay attention to the harsh chemicals in the foods that you're eating, and know that if you've been feeling despondent, if you've been feeling depleted and drained, if you've been feeling scared and alone, I feel like they want you to know that it could be connected to the foods that you're eating. I know sometimes, like, we're here in winter here in New England, and it's cold, and it's so easy to fall into that trap of just hibernating and settling in and not wanting to do anything. This is a good time to go within, to work on that shadow stuff, to clear. They also, I feel like your loved ones also, their prayer for you is to take time to breathe and take a step back. So maybe this is a message for you to hit the reset button. If you feel like you've been spinning your wheels and your emotions have been out of control and you just don't know what to do, I feel like the message is take a few deep breaths, take a step back, call on your loved one, and your guardian angels and guides, God, source, creator, and know that they're there with you. Go within, pause, take a few deep breaths, and ask spirit for answers. Ask your loved ones to come forth and give you some guidance. Ask them to support you, especially if you're feeling alone and isolated, especially if you feel like you're going through things and you're not really sure how it's going to work out. January can be a challenging month for people. Again, we're leaving that 2018 energy and we've integrated into this 2019 energy. And, you know, it's like I said, it's cold here in New England and things are just shifting. You know, there's a lot going on in the world. And I feel like your loved ones are saying, knowing that you're never alone, maybe it's time to take a step back, take a few deep breaths, and hit that reset button. Be super, super gentle on yourself right now. You might be extra creative, or you might be just hunkered down, laying in bed, not wanting to integrate into the world. I get both of those. So let me see if there's any other messages. I look here. So this is also a time for clearing too. I see with this card, it says take a step back, and the message is, thank you angels for helping me step back from what's not serving me. If you're in that state of feeling tired, drained, and depleted, and things are overwhelming right now, this may be a time for you to shift away from the people, places, things, and ideas that aren't serving you. You know, maybe there's just difficult people around you, or maybe your thought system, maybe the fears and the worries and the drama, maybe that's something that you finally have to take a step away from. Know that you're not alone, that your loved ones are there with you and they know your thoughts. They know, remember, they're a significant part of your life. They were part of your family. They were an important part of who you are. So know that they haven't abandoned you. They're not gone forever. And I feel like with this, they already know what's going on with you. So, you know, spirit abides by the law of free will. So, you know, you have to invite them in before they can intervene. So by you listening to this reading, I feel like you're giving your loved ones in spirit guidance or permission to come in and assist you. So they're saying, start with the sacral chakra. Pay attention to what you're eating. If you're eating lots of sugary foods or dairy, they could be dairy and sugar are the two things that for earth angels and sensitive people can be two foods categories that can really mess with our psyche. We can really go high and low. I personally understand how sugar and dairy doesn't serve me. And so maybe this is a sign to say, start nurturing yourself, start taking care of your body, know that you're never alone, and maybe it's time to hit that reset button. So trust in spirit, trust in your loved ones, that they know what you need, and they love you very much. All right. So that's the part. Now let's go to pennies. All right. If you chose the pennies, welcome. Put these here. Your messages are: I always give you a kiss goodnight. Oh, that just gave me goosebumps. And what they want you to pay attention to: books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritual-based books. And what they see that you're learning right now: I am creator, one with God in the universe. Look at that number, 11. It's a beautiful, powerful, spiritual number. And what your loved one's prayer is for you: healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. Okay, let me see. So, your loved one's message: I always give you a kiss goodnight. A lot of times in my mediumship work, a lot of clients ask me, do they know? Do they know I think about them? Do they know I love them? Do they know how much I miss them? Do they know how sad I am without them? And I feel like this card is validating that they do. They know all of it. They're there with you, supporting you. If you lost a spouse or a child or a parent, anyone really, I feel like this is them coming to you to say, I'm there with you, protecting you, loving you, supporting you through the night. There is peace in knowing if you're one that goes to bed and you're alone. I feel like this could be connected to a spouse or a child, and you're feeling alone at night before you go to bed. I feel like this is validation that they're there with you. So often I see people's loved ones going around the house and checking to make sure the doors are locked. A lot of times I've seen spirits sitting with clients in their room at night, just kind of in a healing love vibration kind of way. We're not talking about like paranormal spirit haunt kind of way. We're talking about the essence of that love vibration, that you can feel them. There's also a message that I'm getting right now, and this might be specific. It may not be for everybody, so take in what resonates. If you're sleeping with your loved one's shirt, or you've sprayed something with cologne, or there's something that smells like them, know that they know that you're sleeping with it. Know that they know that that you want to be close to them, and this is validation that they're aware of it. And oh, my heart just is bursting with sadness and love at the same time. So again, if you're in that place where you want to remember them, you want to remember their smell, remember their essence, their vibration, their energy, I feel like they're coming in right now to validate that they know that you have it. They know, and really to know that they're there with you too, and that they have not left, they're not gone forever, and they are there loving you just as much as you're loving them. With the books card, A lot of times when people lose loved ones, there becomes a lot of questions. Where are my loved ones? What happened to them? Do I need to let go and get over and move on? When do I let things go? When do I clear things or throw things away or give them away or keep them forever? And I feel like your loved one is saying they may send you books along the way that can help you. I feel like if I look at this person, and this person is an angel and she's reading something. So I want to take it one step further and say, if you're looking for signs from your loved ones, I feel like they may send them to you in quotes. So maybe if you're on social media or you're out and about and you're seeing quotes that may connect you to your loved ones. So if there's something that you see, maybe you're scrolling through social media, or maybe you're in a store and all of a sudden you see a quote, like, for example, this quote that I have, it says, "Be still and know." That could be something specific for somebody and that they could be connected to. So if you're seeing something like a quote or words or messages, or somebody says, here, you need to read this book, this can help you, or even learn something about spirit and where they are, I feel like that's a sign. I feel like that is them coming to you, offering you words and wisdom and guidance. For the longest time when I wanted to connect with my grandmother, I was praying to dream about her. And now I know that signs can come in so many ways. Their initials on a license plate, their birthday numbers. If it's a spouse that you've lost, your anniversary numbers can show up on license plates and in phone numbers. And there's so many things. And, Spirit always wants you to know that they're in the present moment. So if your mind is so far on have-tos and shoulds and shoulda, coulda, wouldas and too much on the future, we miss the signs in the present moment. So I feel like this is a message that they're there with you, and it's concrete. It's concrete. We can't deny it. So again, if you think it's a sign, if it could quite possibly be a sign, I always say, it's a sign. Take it in. You're not crazy. And then I also want you to know, with this card, I feel like your loved one is saying, yes, Creator is real. I am Creator, and I am part of the divine. So in my mediumship practice lately, I've been working with people who have lost loved ones to suicides and overdoses, accidental overdoses. And one of the big questions I get, are they being punished by God? Are they in what some religions call purgatory? Did they make it? Are they safe? Are they alone? And I feel like this is another specific sign from your loved one that says, I am Creator. I am not separate from God, that I made it, and I am love, and I am protected. And I feel like this is their essence and their energy. There's no shame on the other side. There's no disconnect from spirit. So this could be another specific message from a loved one that you may have lost, that they want you to know that they are part of Creator, that they're not separate. So I know a lot of times, myself included, when I lost my grandmother, I blamed God and I pushed all of that out of my life. And I have to say that was when I was the most alone and isolated and sad. And so I really, in order for me to get into the space that I needed to be, I needed to reconnect with this higher power. So for those of you out there who may be mad at God for the situation you're in or the loss of your loved one, and it's completely normal to be in that space, that it's not fair and that you're angry and upset, know that God loves you. And sometimes when we lose loved ones, it helps us bring us closer to our spiritual path. It helps to open up more for us on that journey. And so I feel like in this essence, your loved ones also want you to tell you to make healthy choices. Again, the message is, thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. So if we're angry about the loss of a loved one, sometimes we can go to that dark space. We can get reckless ourselves. Young people are going. It is a sad thing, and when I connect with people's loved ones who have lost young people, one of the messages they always say is, let me be the teacher. Let me be the teacher that you just never know. I think sometimes we think that we have plenty of time and that there's always going to be tomorrow. And when you lose a loved one, I feel like it is a harsh reality that we really got to take the bull by the horns sometimes and live our lives and see the joy and the beauty and the essence of all that is around us. And I feel like your loved one is saying it is so important. They want you to take care of yourself, take care of your body, mind, and spirit. If you are feeling disconnected from your loved one, if you are needing that guidance, I offer really beautiful mediumship sessions. They always come up from a place of love. I promise you, nothing scary is going to come through because, God doesn't want to scare you. I always say messages that come through, take in what resonates and practice discernment. God doesn't want to say anything or would never say anything that would scare you. A lot of times these types of readings and stuff give you validation for how you're already feeling. So if you've lost a loved one and you're being a little reckless, or you're not taking care of yourself, if you're overworking or overdoing, running away from, it's part of the grieving process. And I feel like your loved one is reminding you to make healthy choices, that it's important for you to be here for the loved ones that are here. And then also to take care of yourself. They want you to have a quality of life. But again, it's your free will and it's always up to you. Wow, that was powerful. Okay. Those are my messages for the pennies. Thank you for watching. And for those of you who chose the feathers, your message from your loved one. Oh, this is the pile where there was a ton of cards. That's right. So your first message from your loved one. I had to leave that way. And these are the cards. And their second message. The earth is our school. And what they want you to pay attention to. God box. It says, write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper, then put it into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. And what they see that you're learning right now. There's two cards here from the same deck. I am beautiful. And higher consciousness. And then what your loved one's prayer for you. The miracle of forgiveness. Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. This message has been coming up a lot in my readings. Okay, let's see. Let's make room for all these cards that came through. Where do I begin? Okay, so with your loved ones, I had to leave that way, and the earth is our school. Sometimes, so let me start by saying nothing in life can prepare us for the loss of a loved one. Nothing in life. We could have the time to say goodbye to somebody. I have sat with families who have lost loved ones that their entire family was surrounding them when they passed. And I've sat with people, clients, who their loved ones left before they got a chance to get there. And I've sat with loved ones who have had loved ones who have just passed by a sudden heart attack, an aneurysm. They were just gone, and they didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And let me tell you, each one of those experiences is deeply, deeply painful. There is no easier way, or there's no easy way to say goodbye to somebody. And if you're questioning how or why your loved one went, maybe it was sudden, maybe you found out they were sick and very, very shortly they left. I get so many answers to these questions, and they're all different. And you know, sometimes your loved ones to choose to leave in the way they do, because they think it's going to be the best for everyone. There are sometimes loved ones pass away before their family gets a chance to say goodbye or to see them, because they know they may never leave. Sometimes they think that by leaving the way that they do, it's going to help you. Some spirit does not, their soul does not want a long, drawn out process. I have sat with spirit who has told me that if, for example, maybe it was a car accident, and this could be something that's specific, and they went quick. Sometimes spirit has said to me it's because if they came back, then maybe they would have some severe disability. Maybe they would be disabled. Maybe they would be a vegetable. Maybe they would never be, somebody would have to take care of them. And so they love their family so much that they choose to go in that moment. There's so many reasons why people go in the way they do. I truly do believe that souls have a choice. I truly believe that people have a choice. Now, I don't believe that God kills people in drunk driving accidents. For example, I think people do. But there is always light that comes. There is always something that comes from it. There is always guidance and healing. And, you know, now in these moments more than ever is when we need to snuggle closer to God for the answers, for guidance. The earth is our school. So again, this could be a specific message for somebody who is struggling right now with the loss of a loved one. And I feel like your loved one is saying that the earth is our school, and this is a chance for you to learn about God, to learn about the higher power, and also to put your cares and worries. So if you're somebody right now who is suppressing or holding on to fears and worries and sadness, I feel like your loved one is saying, have it out with God. Put it all out there. Write a letter. Put guidance out there. Not put guidance, I'm sorry. I was distracted. Put your thoughts and your feelings down at a piece of paper. The angry thoughts, the sad thoughts, all of the thoughts. And this card suggests maybe you put it in a box, or you could burn it, or you could write it on toilet paper and flush it down the toilet. And if you can see right here is this beautiful angel in the card. It's like she is giving it up. Sorry, get it to focus here. It is like she's giving it up to God. And I feel like this is what your loved one is suggesting, that, you know, if you're going through that deep sadness and pain and hurt and the whys and just not knowing and understanding, I feel like your loved one is saying, give it up to the Lord and He'll take it and He'll transform it. And He can assist in helping with the healing process. There's also, too, with God's hands. Once again, I think it goes with this card and giving things up to God. It says, I am beautiful. This is what your loved one is feeling like you're learning right now. That I feel like this is coming in a way that you are a beautiful person and that you can get through trials and tribulations. That right now you're learning about the higher consciousness. Again, you know, I'm just noticing this again. This card also, she's got her hands raised up and she's receiving the divine once again. So you got the hands of God in this one. He's saying, come to me. And in this one, she's got the hands up. I mean, this is just amazing. And even in this card, if you can see closely, this person has his hands up once again, both of them reaching up. So again, this could be specific to somebody out there who's struggling with God right now, who's angry and having a tough time with the loss of a loved one, which comes in with forgiveness. Archangel Jeremiel, he is the angel that helps us to overcome difficulties. You can invite him in your life and ask him to help you with forgiveness. Now, this doesn't mean that, maybe you're angry at your loved one. Maybe they were reckless. Maybe you feel like they left in a way that, you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. It's perfectly normal to be angry at your loved one. I was angry at my grandmother for a long time because I felt she left me alone. But I know now, through the loss of her and missing her so much, it brought me back to God. It brought me back to that higher power. And I feel like Archangel Jeremiel is stepping forth now saying, I can help you release those sad, hurtful feelings. I can help you release and forgive yourself. Maybe you lost a loved one to addiction and, you had to implement tough love. And maybe you're feeling guilty, or maybe you're in that space of, I can't forgive myself. I feel like this is your loved one saying, work with Jeremiel to forgive yourself, that they had to leave that way. And they learned so much, and you're learning so much right now. You're understanding the higher consciousness. And I have to say, it is through pain and struggle and difficulties and challenges that we learn. Like I said, 2018 was a rough year for a lot of people. But now is not the time for you to turn your back on God. Now is not the time to beat yourself up for what you did and didn't do. I feel like this is all coming in alignment with the higher plan. And, I say so often that the moment we realize that life is happening for us and not against us, everything changes. I've been wanting to do readings like this for a while. And, frankly, I was a little nervous to do it because I didn't really know how it was going to unfold. And I think messages from spirit and your loved one is important. Mediumship work is one of my most favorite works, services that I offer, because it is incredibly healing. These sessions aren't about, or these readings aren't about like, let's do tricks and what can we pull from spirit. The messages and the guidance come through are for deep healing. I feel like I've been gifted this gift of, I've been gifted with the knowledge and wisdom to be able to support people on their journey, because again, death is one of those things that we can't get away from. Things come and go all the time, physically and literally and figuratively, and it's learning how to move through those cycles of life. And I feel like this is ways that can help us. So again, sitting down and just having it out with God, just putting it out there. I can tell you, friends, I still have my bouts, and I still have my frustrations and my worries and my concerns, and every day I'm reminded to trust in the Lord. Every day I'm reminded to give my cares and concerns to Jesus, to give it to God, to that higher power, and to live my best life in accordance to the energy that I have right now. Sometimes we're in a space of just receiving. Sometimes we're in a space of giving, but there needs to be a balance. So I feel like your loved one is saying their prayer for you is forgiveness of self. And this could be specific to some of you out there. Maybe you lost a loved one tragically. Maybe it was through addiction. Maybe it was through a suicide or an accidental overdose. And maybe this is your loved one asking for forgiveness. Maybe this is them coming forward and saying that I'm going to help you overcome this difficulty. Sometimes I get very, very sensitive spirit that comes through, and they realize that being on the other side is their happy place. The earth is our school. And if you remember being in school, it wasn't always easy. There was pressures of fitting in. There was pressures of bullies. There was pressures of pop quizzes and tests and grades and passing. And it was intense. So I feel like we're in these stages often. Pop quizzes are coming up through life. Final exams are coming up through life. And I feel like whatever you're going through right now is part of that. So trust in the Lord, connect with your higher power. I had an experience the other day where I was just really upset. I was just upset at God. It was one of those things that I was just like, it's not fair. And I remember leaving my house and going to get in my car. And I turned on my car, and the song by Kenny Chesney, and I can't remember who else it was. It was on a country station, and the song was Everything's Gonna Be All Right. And I remember in that moment laughing and crying because I still wanted to be mad. I still wanted to be upset, but I knew deep down in my heart that was God instantly saying, you're not alone and I'm with you, and to trust me. But you know what? I drove away and I cried my eyes out. I went to a place that I go to for comfort and healing, and just to cry it out, friends. You know, like I said, tears cleanse the soul. And all along my way there, I saw 444, which is the angel number. I saw 222, which is have faith, everything's going to be all right. And I'm crying and I'm laughing and I'm saying, I know God, but I need to be upset. I need to be angry. And I gave myself permission to feel all the feels. And I can tell you, this was a Sunday. And the next day, that Monday, I felt incredible. I felt powerful. I felt strong. There was clarity. So I don't share these stories because I want you to feel bad for me. Please don't. I share these stories to say this is part of the healing process. It is through pain that you learn and grow. So know that you're beautiful. God says you're beautiful in the ugly parts. You're beautiful in the sad parts. You're beautiful in the confused parts. But each time he's saying, come to me, come to my hands. I will be there for you. I will assist you. And it's very nurturing and comforting, but it's through the pathway of forgiveness. And Jeremiah will help you overcome difficulties. Ah, that was so beautiful. Okay, so let's close that up. Thank you for watching. And I am going to close space. Let me put these back here. And close space for us. If you've stayed till the end, or you've watched all three, or you come back to have me close space, I want to thank all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, all beings of light that assisted, of course, your loved ones and God Source Creator. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started today continue for as long as it needs to be done in mind, body, spirit, and emotions in all ways. And so it is, friends. So I have one quick announcement. I am going to be doing the opening ceremony for a health and wellness retreat. So a colleague and friend and super awesome person of mine, Rachel Pellison, is offering a retreat March 8th through the 10th. I am going to put a link to the page down below. It is in Newport, Rhode Island, and it will be all about health and nutrition. Rachel is an amazing nutritionist, dietitian, and she works with the Medical Mediums Protocol. And in one of the readings, healthy choices came up. I think once or twice healthy choices came up. So if you've been looking for just a retreat, a gathering of like-minded people. Like I said, I will be offering the opening ceremony on Friday night, March 8th, and I will be doing some energy work, and we're really just going to be connecting with the essence of the self as Rachel takes you into the weekend. So if you're interested or you're just curious about it and you want to learn more, check out the link below and I will link you to her page. Connect with her on Instagram and Facebook. She really is an awesome human being and she has the cutest little girl. All right, friends, I thank you for watching. If nobody's told you today, I love you. Trust in the divine, trust in God. He's got your back, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.